Okay, we are live on Facebook here.
We
We
are
are live
live
on Instagram.
on Instagram as well.
And this is the first live actually of the year, believe it or not.
First live 2025.
We're
There's
going
a
to be
reason why it rhymes.
probably. We're going to be doing 52 of these, and it's going to be a lot more structured now. It's still going to be about 14, 15 minutes long. And first, we just wanted to talk about the three ways to maximize your ad budget in 2025.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So, okay, what should be an ad budget for the people? Like minimum. You should not be spending any money. Today I talked to a guy that was spending $150 a day. I mean, a month. What are you doing with that? I can't even do the math on that. Facebook's not getting anything for that, and you're
Yeah.
likely not going to get anything for that. So, what should we be suggesting our
The
clients as
the
minimum to spend?
the very bare minimum that we recommend, like bottom of the barrel, we recommend is $900 a month,
So, it's about $30
about
a
thirty
day.
dollars a day.
That's
Yeah.
the minimum you should be spending.
But obviously, we are big advocates of not going with the minimum. Like
Yeah.
like $1,500 would be a great budget to work with. $50 a day would be a great budget to work with and get reasonable data back for you to make quick, money-driven decisions. So the lower your budget is, the less time that you have to make decisions to make your ads perform better. You know?
That's right, yeah. And you want to give it enough time as well. And by the way, the $900 is just testing budget. If we prove the point in the
Yeah.
first week or 2 weeks, we're going to spend more money. Unless you run into another issue of you're closing these deals and therefore you physically cannot handle any more work.
Yeah.
Then we understand and we will just keep going as we're going. So minimum again, you should be spending $30 a day, minimum. Okay. Once you prove the point, you want to double down and spend more. So that's what we want to talk about is how do you maximize the budget. So the first way you said to retarget.
Yeah, so the first way, we're going to just cover three different ways that you can do this. The first way is if you are a business in the contracting home improvement space and you have an Instagram account that's kind of popping off. You know, you may have a social media marketer that's making content for you and you're kind of developing an account that gets pretty good engagement with potential clients. What you could do to maximize your budget is instead of targeting a cold audience, which is a good idea in general, but if you want to use that budget in your favor, you want to retarget all those people that are interacting with your content either on Facebook or on Instagram. And the way you do that is essentially on the back end of the Meta Ads platform, you'd create an audience of people who have engaged with your content, whether that's liking a post, commenting, following you, and then you create ads, right? You create ads that are specific to the people that have consumed that content, and then you retarget them that way. So that's one way that you can get the most out of your budget in 2025. Retargeting your already amazing Instagram if you have one.
Yeah, and so you can retarget them with call to action campaigns. So asking them to take an action, DM, fill out a form,
Yeah.
go to a page and fill out a form there or book a time.
Mm-hmm. Also, before you continue, one thing to note, George said, so there's a bunch of different ways that you can capture a lead's information on Facebook, right? You can either send them to a landing page or you can get them to fill out a form on Facebook. If you're going to be sending leads to a landing page, just know that although you'll be spending more to get that lead because it's just an added step of sending them to your landing page, those leads will be higher quality, right? Because it's another step they have to take. So it's just a matter of kind of weighing out, are you willing to spend more to send traffic to a landing page, or do you want more leads, keep them on Facebook, you'll be paying less, but the quality may not be as good.
Yeah, and you could also retarget them with content. So
Yeah.
spend like $5 a day on a video, 2 or 3 different videos that go out to your ideal future customers, and it primes them correctly. It gets them to know you, to like you, and trust you, how you operate, where you operate, what type of services they should be calling you for. And then those people who do watch those videos, again, you go back to the back into Facebook, you build an audience of the people who have watched those videos, and then you're able to retarget them. So your ad dollar is going to stretch a lot farther than
Definitely.
driving someone to a page for a couple dollars and then retargeting them. So that's number one. And number two, you said focus on offer.
Yes. Another big thing that you could do to make the most out of your budget is to get specific on the service or the offer that you're advertising. Too often we see a lot of contractors run ads and they just say, hey, I'm a contractor. I'm a general contractor. I can do whatever you want, you know? that is way too general, and you're going to be spending so much money in order to get a lead because you don't really know what you want to do for these for your prospects.
Yeah, it's like sorry, but like that book, Breakthrough Advertising, it talks
Yeah.
about different stages of the market and how
Yeah.
sophisticated they are. So let's say that first, when car washing places came by, like the drive-through car washes, it'll just be like they could just put a sign out front and be like, "Hey, we'll wash your car, just drive through."
Hmm.
And then people will be like, okay, it's pretty new, you know, there's not much of it, and
Yeah, no,
it's
yeah.
sophisticated, so that's the first step. But then when there's another shop opening up in front of you, or three other shops or four other shops that do wash cars the same way that you do it, and they're in the same city, you can't just be like, hey, we wash cars, you just drive through. You probably have to come up with a different mechanism that gets the
Mhm.
people to come there, like.
We use this kind of soap that doesn't scratch your car.
Yeah,
Like
so
that.
you have to be a little bit more sophisticated
Yeah.
with the different markets that you're doing. Like sometimes I'll see ads and it'll just be a picture of a wall that is half painted. So yeah, and then their name is painting company XYZ, and then there will be nothing else, no description like, hey, attention homeowners in Kitchener Waterloo area. No, none of that. So you're not even calling out the area.
Mhm.
You're not telling them what services you do, and not even the offer. So you gotta really focus down on the offer, who the market is, what stage of sophistication they're at. And if you want to get that book, we will recommend a couple books later
At the
on.
end of
But
this,
this book is called Breakthrough Advertising. It's like a couple $100. Really good book.
Gold standard.
Yeah, it's an amazing book. You probably can get it for free, download on somewhere on Google.
Yeah.
DM us if you'd like to, but great book. You should read that.
Mhm.
Anything else you want to touch on?
Yeah, I just want to kind of emphasize this point. If you're thinking about running ads on Facebook or Google, pick an offer, or like if you've got a marketing team, work with your marketing team and put together an offer that isn't something where you're going to be obviously losing out a lot of money. You can even use ChatGPT to help to come up with some ideas that you can put together offers for. But come up with that offer, pick that service, and then use your ad dollars there. Because if you don't, you're just going to be throwing stuff at a wall, and hopefully it sticks, not fix.
Yeah.
And then the
third one.
the third one, which is the
It's ad creative.
yeah, ad creative. So people get bombarded with ads all of the time. Like
That's true.
you get bombarded with so many ads that you have no idea how many ads you see because your brain just blocks it out.
Yeah, quick stat for the people. Most people, they will scroll about 1.8 seconds per post, about 305 feet every single day. So that is the size of the Statue of Liberty, believe it or not. Go Google
And
it.
yeah, you probably can't even think of like the
What you
post you
actually
saw
saw.
five posts ago.
Yeah.
So you're scrolling all the time.
And we see usually 200 ads per day, aside from like what you're seeing outside, I believe.
Yeah.
Now, how do you like break
How-
that through?
Yeah, so one of the biggest tips is you don't really want to make your ad look like an ad. You know? You
So
don't.
what are you gonna make it look like?
There's a few different ways. Good question, George. One is just a simple before and after video. You know, you can stand in the same spot and take a before video and then take an after video.
That
And
sounds pretty easy.
yeah, very easy. You can just do it with your phone. And a cool thing, you really don't even have to edit that much. You just gotta connect the clips and put it up there.
What could they use for that? Even an app like Instagram, you go in the reel part
Yeah,
and
you
you
could
just
do it
connect them together and then save it, and that's it. No extra apps.
Or you could use, if you wanted to get an app, CapCut is a great option as well. It's a very starter friendly, very entry level type of editing software that is free. Another option that you could do would be photos of you and your team working. Some action shots of you guys. If you've got trucks that are wrapped, if you've got authority and you can show that, then show that. A team photo in front of one of your wrapped vans. That'll let people know that these guys are official. They not only do they have a great looking team, but they've got some great looking vehicles that are wrapped in their amazing logo.
Yeah, you just gotta get people to know, like, and trust you
Yeah.
through all this content.
And then the third one, we'd probably say would be more video content, specifically like the selfie style videos.
Educate the people. Again, we go
Yeah.
back to this guy, Robert M. Berger. He, even if it's like the smallest change ever of like, oh, the client just wanted to hide the dog food, so it's not just out in the middle of the island kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes out and does that.
Yeah.
It's like, even if it's the smallest thing, he has a story attached to it. But even if he didn't have a story, it's just like, well, it's all stories.
Yeah, people
So
love stories.
to just
Like
tell
it's ingrained
stories,
in our
like,
brains. Yeah.
hey, it's John here. We're at XYZ project, and the client found us through Facebook, or they were scrolling on Instagram. They found us. They saw that we did good work, so then we came in, gave them a quote. To get this done, they got a pool, they got a fireplace in the pool, 2 fountains,
Damn, that sounds pretty nice.
grass or
Yeah.
whatever, gazebo. It was around 150K. And so if you're looking for something like this, let us know. And so when you start putting that content together, and it's not $1,000 here, 2,000 there, 4,000 there, it's like a couple 100,000 here, 50 here, 80 here. People will know that they're not going to call you for fixing their toilet.
Yeah.
They're going to call you as a professional to come and fix their backyard, because that's what you put in their brain that you focus on.
Definitely. Yeah. So just kind of circle back to the third point. Before and after videos, pictures of you and your team working, action shots, and also selfie videos of you just explaining what you're doing on the job.
That's right. So to finish off, we'd like to finish with some book recommendations. Jordan, you go
Yes.
first.
Okay. I've got. How many can we do? Do you want to do 1 or 2?
We'll do one each because we both recommended, I believe.
What's technical difficulties on Instagram here?
Okay, we're back on
Okay,
Instagram.
back on Instagram.
So since we already recommended that breakthrough advertising, you can do one and I'll do one.
Okay. This is difficult because I have 2 in my head right now, but I'm just going to pick the first one. And
What
that
is
is the obstacle is the way. Obstacle is the way, or is the obstacle is the way. Basically, you just got to realize that the things that are basically causing you trouble, whether like anywhere in life, it could be business, it could be life in general, chances are that's the way you got to go. There's a lot of things that aren't in your control that you may think is in your control, and the idea of control in situations where you really can't control it would hurt your ability to make good decisions. So just realize
Who's the
that.
author?
Ryan Holiday, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday, great book. Audible's a good option for that too, because it's reconnecting. Yeah, basically embrace the obstacles as a way to change yourself and grow. That's my book recommendation.
All right, and my book recommendation, we have it somewhere over there.
Yeah.
It's Never Split the Difference. I've probably talked about this before. This book should be
Taught in
read.
schools.
Yeah,
Yes.
in high school it should be read. Maybe they don't teach it for a reason, because they don't want you to.
They don't want the
go-
kids challenging the
Yeah.
teachers. Yeah.
It's a really good book. It's like, it actually tells you actionable data and ways that you can operate, and every single conversation you have is almost like a negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're wanting to eat pizza and your wife wants to eat lasagna or whatever it is, you know, or maybe she wants to wear a brown shoe
Mm-hmm.
with a black shoe, but you can't just split the difference.
Yeah. You
So-
can't wear one black shoe and one brown shoe.
He-
Never split it.
Yeah, he's really good. Chris Voss, Never
Mm-hmm.
Split the Difference. So that's what we're gonna leave you guys with.
Yeah, that's a book recommendations. Next week we'll obviously give some new book recommendations, and we read books all the time, so we will make sure that we try not to give repeat recommendations.
Yeah, that's right. And for the people that don't read and you're driving a lot, I've probably mentioned this too. University on Wheels. Just put on a podcast that is good. And there's a lot of contractor podcasts that will teach you a lot more.
Mhm.
Because, you know, a lot of these contractors didn't go to school for these
Mhm.
type of trades.
Yeah, you just kind of learn.
Yeah, and you
Learn
didn't
as
go
you
to
go.
business school. Maybe you did, but I didn't go to business school either. I learned from mentors and from teachers. So
And I didn't go to business school either.
you went to what?
I went to school for criminal justice and public policy.
So yesterday when
yeah.
Mr. Trudeau was announcing his stuff, you were just glued right there, huh?
I mean the public policy student in me was, yes. Yeah.
Well, that's what we're gonna leave you guys with. Next week we'll talk about more tips. You guys should probably tune in if you want to get an idea of
Also-
how to run your advertising.
We encourage to ask questions. Ask questions to us.
Send us a DM.
Yeah, send us a DM.
Call it. I'm kidding.
We
Don't
want
call
we
us.
want to have more of an interactive segment near the end of these videos. So If you have any sort of question, be it related to ads, business, or just like some of the books, just please send it our way and we'd be happy to converse with you.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, it seems like this is it,
Yeah.
and we'll talk soon. Bye.
Take it easy.